How did you find Jordan as a director, and did he invite you to bring your own sense of humor to the character?
Yeah, definitely. Jordan definitely asked me to bring everything I had to the character because, there was a great character written on the page, but every movie is a custom, tailor-made job. So you're always trying to find new stuff and funny moments, things that inspire you to improvise on the day. And Jordan definitely encouraged me to do that. And as far as him as a director, it was this wonderful kind of like bravado. It's only his second film, and it's a much, much bigger budget than the first one he dealt with. So here we have this guy, I think he was the youngest guy on the crew, in charge of this whole massive production, just saying, like, let's try this crazy idea, let's try that. Like, don't worry about the pressure. We're just here to, like, have fun and, like, try to make this story come to life. So I think everyone in the cast would tell you we really enjoyed. Jordan was almost like a member of the cast. And this was a very big cast in this movie. It was about 12 people, most of whom worked together every day. And that's very rare in a film. Usually, even with a large cast, there's pockets of people that work. The fact that we were all traveling together to all these different places and most of us working on the same day really made a really wonderful community that Jordan was a part of, for sure.
Tell us about reteaming with Sam Jackson. You had worked with him before. How much fun was it this time?
Well, he was pretty scary in this movie. So, in fact, he beats me up at one point. No, I hadn't seen Sam well, we hadn't worked together in quite a long time. We made a movie called Sydney together, Paul Thomas Anderson's first film. So that was quite a long time ago. We've run into each other here and there, but anytime you have Sam Jackson in a movie, it's like pure gold.
That's true.
And in fact, I owe Sam a big debt of gratitude. As soon as he arrived on set for this movie, I told everyone, Sam is one of the reasons I even have a career, because that movie, Paul Thomas Anderson's first movie, Hard Eight, also known as Sydney, we didn't have the money. We didn't have the financing. It was me, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Philip Baker Hall, but we didn't have the budget yet. And then Sam accepted this cameo part in that film, which got the movie made, which started Paul Anderson's career and definitely started more leading roles for me. So that kind of, I owe a big debt to Sam.
That's such a nice story. And tell us about the locations. I mean, which one was your favorite between Hawaii, Vietnam, the other one?
I never thought you'd top Hawaii because I love Hawaii and it's such a magical place. But I have to say the Gold Coast of Australia was really extraordinary. I mean, I found it a little, Hawaii is somewhat contained because of these relatively small islands, and you feel it's wonderful because you feel isolated out in the middle of nowhere there in the water. But Australia, you have this beautiful coastal, beaches, and then you just go 10 minutes inland and you're in a rainforest and all this incredible lush greenery. And I don't know, there's something still kind of untouched about Australia, even though people have been living there for quite a long time. There's parts of Australia where you go out into the bush and you're like, no one's been here, or people don't come here on a regular basis, as opposed to a lot of places in the States where it's somewhat well traveled. So I'd say Australia was my favorite. Vietnam was definitely the most interesting because as an American coming into this place, it's so fraught in our history, the Vietnam War, and you get there and you realize they don't call it the Vietnam War, they call it the American War, because before that was the Chinese War, and before that was the French War. And it was really interesting for me. I thought when I went to Vietnam that it would be the elephant in the room would be this war that we had with them. But in fact, it's first of all, a very young population. I think most of the country is under 30. So it's all these young people that weren't alive during the Vietnam era and don't really think about it. The country's on the move and they're growing and they're expanding, and I don't know. It was interesting to sort of make peace with that.